people of the World Wide Web. So it is Cypher Sigma here, obviously new hair or a haircut, long overdue. But yeah, this is a new, as the title would say, I have been away to the New Forest, and while we were there with my wife, we visited quite a few of the neighbouring towns, and obviously Bournemouth. We ended up going there twice. I knew there was a few CX, but we were taking the dog to the beach first, and obviously having a dog with us. As people will know, sometimes there are places you can and can't go. So there was, due to the time of year, you can't take the dog on the beach in certain places, so it limited us to where we went. So we went to a few neighbouring cities, and Lyndhurst, so there's a neighbouring town. We went there, they had quite a few charity shops I was in and out. I didn't really see anything until this final charity shop. So first off, I noticed this. So this is called The Quiet American. The thing that picked me is obviously Michael Caine and Brendan Fraser, very young Brendan Fraser. Don't know nothing about this movie, but I saw this and it piqued my interest. And had never even heard of it, let alone seen it. So it was £2 for £1. So I saw this and I was like, oh, which one do I get? And then I saw one that I actually really did like. So the one that kind of really pulled me into this is In the Line of Duty. So this is not Line of Duty, the TV series. This is a recent movie by Aaron Eckhart. It's 2019, so not quite recent. But it is a kind of police kind of chase story, and I really like this. This is on Amazon Prime, or was released on Amazon Prime recently, maybe in the past year, and I watched it and really liked it, and I couldn't really struggled to find the DVD of it. I mean, it might be 10 a penny now, but maybe they just didn't release many copies of it, so seeing it for the fact of £2 for £1. So that was what I first picked up while there. So this was the second or third day, because we had a lot of rain, unfortunately, as well. So while we were going to, after Lyndhurst and that, I dragged my wife to one of the CXs. So there were 3 CXs in the area, and I kind of Googled this one because it was in a retail park. So we were parking outside, so we didn't have to pay, because unfortunately going away to the Bournemouth area, that's what we spent quite a lot of money on, parking here, there and everywhere. And obviously we want to keep costs down in this day and age. So I did some footage, so we'll get into that now.
So here we are in Bournemouth CX. So looking at the normal DVDs, so they seem to have the anime kind of section at the very beginning. So here's a few. There's Blue Exorcist Part 2, a lot of Rubies. Panama Inverted, that was quite a fun film. I had that. Naruto. I don't even know which one that was. Lord Master, a lot of stuff I've never even heard of. And then we got the 4Ks here. Star Wars, Chappie there. Fifth. Can't remember what it is, a Fifth Nation or something like that. Then going into the alphabetical side of things. So out of the 4Ks into just the Blu-rays, obviously a lot of Avengers, Alien, Quadrilogy. As you see, same titles, Bridget Jones, quite a few of them. And then we switched around to the other side. So this is the anime DVD side of things. So a little bit more Aeon Flux, Bruce Lee. I wouldn't really call it anime, but Blackjack, Doctor. I don't know if I have that, but I have definitely seen it. Blue Butler, heard of. Gunbuster, again heard of it. £18. You see the little cheap DVDs that weren't that expensive are now going up in price. So as much as physical media is dying, the rare ones are coming even more expensive to get hold of. Spriggan there, a great movie from the 90s. I can't remember what was on that title. Apologies, poor camera work from me here. A lot of My Hero Academia. And Hack and Sign.
And there we go, that was the footage. So only a little bit from the anime section. There was one bloke who was quite constantly standing next to me, kept putting stuff in and out, and the aisles were quite thin, so it would have made it really awkward for me to go around. And because my wife was waiting in the car, I only did a bit of footage. But I must admit, for this is one of the CXs I've never been to before. Staff was really helpful. Unfortunately, one of the items behind the counter he couldn't find, so I didn't come away with everything I wanted. and you may see a video, so it's probably pre-warning. We are coming up to in a few months' time. It is my birthday, because as people will have seen from the videos, I have so much. My relatives really don't know what to get me sometimes, and wife. So I do lists, and sometimes when I'm doing lists, when I'm out and about, I find the stuff that's on my list, specifically if it's CX, it's cheaper rather than from Amazon or wherever I put it. So there will be a few items you see here you may then see turn up in like a birthday video in a few months' time. So just to let you know, that's, or I might not get to watch them because I'll hand them over, but I'm kind of correlating a load of stuff and I'm going to the NEC. So once I come back and all the cheap stuff, I kind of divvy out and say that if anybody wants it, these are the prices, and people buy it because they know that's what I want, rather than trying to find a lot of stuff because it is older or second hand, and I'm more than happy with that. So the first steelbook that we picked up with is called We Are X. Have no idea what it is, so that is the front cover, which I thought was quite nice, and obviously it has a blue version of the person and then a red version, all with these kind of Chinese waves. It is an anime as far as I can tell. So that is the inside. Has a, I didn't even check the inside in all fairness. So what have we got here? We have a little book, which is about, it says We Are X. Oh, okay, it might be about a band. Look at this. Okay, so it is X Japan was formed by. Okay, so it might be loosely based off a band. It's got Stan Lee and stuff in there. Sorry, I'm running and stuff. So yeah, so this actually might be a band steelbook than an anime steelbook. It was in the anime section. It was as all, but it says TV and documentary. So, well, there you go. So it's a new steel. It was a blind buy. I saw it. When I managed, I didn't have much reception, but when I'd seen the steelbook, I really did like the look of it. So interesting. But there we go. So that is the first one. Next one. So this was on my birthday list. So as people know, I picked up 1, 2, and 3 in a box set like this, and 3, 4, and 5. And obviously then we have 7, 8, and 9. Now AJ did gift me number 9 as a 7 as a steelbook. I will keep that. I will not disregard that one. But yeah, so I now have like 3 small box sets and they contain the whole lot altogether. I would have liked a thinner one, but this was what they got. It's 6 discs, that's probably why it's not so thin. So I imagine there's a lot of bonus stuff on there. So there is that. Next we have Street Fighter Fist, Assassin Fist. So this was kind of, I think, the streamed YouTube type series. It's only £2 on Blu-ray, so I haven't seen it. I do like, obviously, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, stuff like this. I thought, a nice addition. Next up, so this is the final volume of Blue Exorcist that I need. I think the movie is just a recap of the series, so I now have it all. So that is on my top 100 anime list. That's over there that no one can see. So now I have it all. I can watch it. I've only seen season 1, so I now have both parts of season 2. When I look to buy this from eBay, it's like 10 quid, so the fact I found it for free. Cool, so that was all the stuff on the shelf. I did whiz through it. Then I was looking at the steelbooks behind the counter. This is where the bloke was very helpful for the most part. So we have 3. The 4th one was pitch black, but they couldn't find the discs. So first, probably a fan, I'm sure Matt has this one. So this is Godzilla 3D. As you can see, only a £5. All of them had J cards stuck on, so it was a bit of pain, but the bloke was very nice. So he asked me to take a look through them. He says, whatever you want, take them off, have a look, inspect them for then. So that really helpful. It's nice to actually find a fairly young lad, even though he's probably in his 20s. So that's kind of the miss. And then jumping from the plane with the flares. And then I think we kind of have, as you can see, half of the Godzilla kind of scenery there. So yeah, so that's that one. I do like this movie. I do like the Monsterverse, and obviously I do have Godzilla and Kong, Frozen Empire. Not Frozen Empire. That's a new Empire, I think it is. That come out this year. So I've got that on steelbook. So that's one. Next one was Shooter. So Mark Wahlberg film. I remember liking this. Again, it fits into my £5 roll, even though I can't really remember it that much. Again, J card very well stuck on. I'd say I couldn't really see much. There you go, back very plain sailing, and then a nice Mark Wahlberg with a sniper rifle there. And then the final one, we have Total Recall. Not the original movie, but the remake. There's a few times I'd seen this and it hadn't been in stores. And I say I know £3, so you can't really go wrong. Really nice backing there. I really like the cover. The front one's all right. Then a lot of it's 2 discs. Obviously, we have the Colin Farrell close up one there. So yeah, so that is everything from mainly Bournemouth CE, or one of the Bournemouth CEXs and a charity shop. That has been my look around. So quite a few steelbooks and stuff. Obviously some of these will go to presents, so I may not get to watch these for a few months, but a very nice addition to the set and a few upgrades. So I've been Cypher Sigma, hope you've enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in the next one.